here we are. I can't believe it. The PowerHouse SMART 2020 Luxury Conference is really here. We have had such a time. I mean, you would think that by now, the fifth conference, the 5 years, the fifth conference would be so easy for us, just like a duck to water. But of course, we've all had a difficult year. As we know, we've all had the year. And so I want to start with a true sentiment that I know all of you are going to take to heart, that I am so grateful that I can be here today, that I'm healthy, that my family is healthy, and that you're here today, and that you've committed yourself to being involved with our 2-day luxury conference despite all of the crazy times that we've been through. I also cannot even believe how many people have rose to the occasion to participate in our conference. We've got the most incredible speakers. And, I just want you to know, a lot of our speakers, almost all of them actually, are doing this because they care about sharing with our industry peers and colleagues. And they're giving up their time, they're showing their inside technologies and procedures and things that they do within their company. They're sharing their sphere of influence, their collaborators. We are incredibly grateful to be here today. I do also want to recognize that many of us have had a lot of other difficulties this year. Losing family members, which has been incredibly sad. And still, it is not completely gone yet. We are not all vaccinated yet. We still have some time to go, but we're on the mend. We're healing. And many of us had some business ups and downs, which we've had before. If you've been in the industry as long as I have, you've been through some recessions, ups and downs, and we're all here. So for me and my entire team and all of our sponsors and all of our speakers, we want to lift you all up. We want to rise up as a group, as the PowerHouse SMART community has done for the last 15, 16 years, is we're going to come together as leaders in the industry, designers, architects, builders, developers, landscape architects, technology integrators, marketing people like Brody, who's my videographer, who's here right now helping us put this entire conference together. We want to rise you up. We want to inspire you. We want to motivate you. We want you to walk away from these 2 days at this luxury conference and say, I can do it. We're going to take 2020 and we're just going to blow it out of the water. We're going to make it one of the best years ever. So we have a big challenge ahead of us, but I assure you that the conference and everything we have for you is going to make that happen. So let me begin, since this is just a short opening to the luxury conference, and we've got a lot of incredible content and speakers that I cannot wait to introduce you to, many of them now who I consider dear friends of mine, because that's what it is for me in this world. For me, it's about having a purpose, and my purpose is about helping other people grow, both professionally and personally. And so when you become a member of the PowerHouse SMART family, if it's through my recruiting business or it's through our PowerHouse SMART kind of trade association, you become a part of my family, you become a part of our network. And I believe we've honed this community to be of the same mindset. So like-minded leaders who come together to grow together. So a little bit every year, the last 4 years for the luxury conference, I have talked about an attitude of gratitude, and I've talked about that already, but I'm going to get to that in a minute and just a little more. But first, I want to just give you a history in case you're new to PowerHouse SMART and you've never met me before and you've never experienced what we're all about. So I'm Wendy Cohen. I'm the founder of PowerHouse SMART. I think we're going on 16 years now. But prior to that, I graduated college and moved to Chicago, didn't know anyone. It was really fun, and had my studio apartment in the Gold Coast. And I worked in corporate America because I have a degree in hotel restaurant management, and I worked for PepsiCo. And then 5 years later, fast forward, I got married and we decided to build a custom home. And if you live anywhere in the Midwest, you know that there are always the suburban areas are growing. And we moved to a beautiful area on a 1-acre piece of property here called Long Grove. And I learned how to build a custom home as a client. Well, that was it. I got bit. I'm in this industry now for a lot of years. After becoming a custom home client, I became a realtor and only sold custom homes. What happened was I was working with custom home builders, and one of those custom home builders said, Wendy, you got to come work on my team. I became the vice president of sales and marketing, and in 18 years, we went from 8 employees to 120. So in 2006, it was time to take all those lessons, almost like an MBA in luxury design, build, real estate, landscaping, etc. And I opened the PowerHouse Companies. So first, PowerHouse Advisors was consulting, and again, back to my purpose. I wanted to help all the other companies out there, nationwide, international, you name it, grow their company. Not just with sales and marketing, but internal business strategies and communications, because you see, when you take a small company in the beginning and 18 years later you grow it, you become part of every aspect. So I was a consultant and helped so many phenomenal companies grow. And really what I was doing once they were growing is building their teams, which is what it's all about, right? You're only as good as your weakest link, and your biggest asset is your team. So I decided, wow, I've been recruiting and hiring and placing and training and orientating teams my whole life. Why don't I spend the majority of my time on just recruiting? And that's what I am. PowerHouse recruiting hat, there it is, fits perfect, and I do that full time around the clock. That's my day job. My night job, which I also started in 2006, is this PowerHouse SMART family, our community here. What happened was I was having coffee at Starbucks with one of my favorite architects and landscape architects, and they said, Wendy, you have met so many people. You've built the gold standard on luxury design build. Bring us all together to collaborate. I want to meet all those people and share some of those success stories and help us get to the next level. That was the birth of PowerHouse SMART. 16 years later, we've had chapters in multiple different communities in the Midwest. I've even done PowerHouse SMART on the West Coast, in California, in many different locations. And now, last year, the luxury conference was in February. Who knew what was lurking around the corner? Because of the pandemic, which happened in March, we turned all of our events all year long that bring people together, that educate, inspire, build collaboration virtually. So last year we doubled down. Instead of doing 30 events, we did 60 events. We did events almost 2 and 3 a week. We had a lot of our members presenting and educating. It was awesome. And so we're going to continue to do that now. Now, because what does that do? It makes us global. PowerHouse SMART is now global, and I'm so excited to announce that today officially we are sending out the press release. PowerHouse SMART is now launching our European division, and we have a president with Gaudio, which is a phenomenal company, very much like all of us, a boutique company that's in the luxury furniture manufacturing millwork. Wait till you meet them. The president of Gaudio, the founder, is also going to be the president of the Europe division. And you're going to meet them by going to the exhibit booth within the exhibit center of the conference and seeing the European division now has a booth. So because we're global, what that means is each one of you who are part of PowerHouse SMART, either in this conference today, and that might be, where you spend your time, or if you continue to become a member throughout the year, you'll meet people day in and day out in all of our virtual events. So the purpose of PowerHouse SMART is perfectly aligned with who Wendy Cohen is and my purpose, which is helping other people grow giving without expecting anything in return. And so we've got this community that does just that. So what does that mean for all of you? That means you're part of my family, but yet you're a part of our advisory board members who have worked so hard to help us put this conference together and are going to be instrumental in running our speed networking and our power connection groups that have expert panels. That's on day 2. You're also going to meet all of the other attendees that are in this industry and have the same beliefs, that we're all here to inspire each other and to collaborate and to build relationships. And you'll find that the hard hat project tours that we're going to be showing, you're going to be meeting the architects, the builders, the designers, the landscape architects who actually did those projects, and they're going to share with you firsthand their experience in those projects, and then they're going to be there for you to meet, which is incredible. So the conference this year is very different than last year. Of course, it's equally as packed with incredible content, but this year we're going to talk a lot about do you feel inspired? Have we lifted you up? Will you walk away from these 2 days with at least one new person that you can say that's going to help you build your year, or one new business idea or marketing concept or new technology that you're going to implement that's going to make a difference for you and your teams? So I'm so thrilled to have you here. Before I let us move on, I just want to say that we really need this year especially to give it a tremendous thanks to the people that, despite the fact that their doors might not even be open, have still sponsored us as a community to have our luxury conference. So if it weren't for them, we wouldn't be here. So I start with Better. So Better is our media sponsor, and they've done a phenomenal job because you've seen all the emails and the broadcasts, and they have a magazine in Marin County. And later in the conference, you're going to meet Susan Noyes, the founder, and she's going to talk about Make It Better and what that is philanthropically and what that means for us. And of course, Designs for Dignity is our charity benefactor for the last 15 years. They just got an award from Better this most recently. So Better is just thank you, that you've been amazing. By the way, Liz Logan is going to be manning the exhibit booth in the virtual exhibit booth during the conference, and she's got a very special offer. So if you want to be published, be sure you go to the Better exhibit booth. So next, I have to say Brody Kirst. Brody Kirst Productions is our videographer, master guru. I met Brody the way I've met many of you on LinkedIn. I saw his work and I was blown away. He's going to be speaking and sharing with all of you on the second day what you can expect with video marketing in 2021. And of course, we have a branding and marketing session with Claire Stasak and Brad Levitt. Brad's a custom builder, Claire's an interior designer. And they're going to talk about branding and social media and marketing as well. And of course, they reinforce, without even knowing, that Brody's topic and what he's talking about, video marketing for the future. So we have Brody, we have Better, we also have Monogram. Monogram has been with PowerHouse SMART since the very beginning. They've sponsored every year. If you were at the first luxury conference, they hosted the live jazz cocktail party. Thank you again to Monogram. Chef John is going to be doing a live cooking demo today, the first day, and you're gonna love what you see. Everyone who goes to Monogram falls in love. So Monogram, thank you. And then here we are. We're in the Gaggenau kitchen. Wow, it's so stellar. Wait till you see the other parts of Gaggenau. They have a brand new cooking lab, and then they have turned the historical bank vault in the Merchandise Mart into a conference space that will blow you away. It's like a wine cellar with a museum. It's just outrageous. So thank you, Gaggenau, Bosch, and Thermador. Again, most of these sponsors didn't even have their doors open and they were still sponsoring us. And then we definitely have to thank Guaranteed Rate. Brian Jessen. Brian Jessen, my hat's off to you. First of all, Brian always helped me with my own mortgages and will continue to help me in California and in Illinois. He's helped a lot of our members. He's amazing. He's so personable. He's very professional. Guaranteed Rate is outrageous. So thank you, Brian. Brian also is going to bring together all of our realtors. We believe, because again, I started my career as a realtor, we believe we can't survive in our PowerHouse SMART community without having relationships with top producing realtors who believe in working collaboratively with builders, architects, designers, etc. So all the realtors that are here, we have a special speaking session by Barbara Ballinger. She actually writes for the National Association of Realtors, so it's going to be awesome. We are all here because we all believe that we have a purpose to help each other and to help our clients. And now for the 1 minute of an attitude of gratitude, just close your eyes for 1 minute as you take in today is a beautiful day, and you just take in how lucky you are. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to think about, what are you most grateful for right now? Now, typically, if we were live, I would have you turn to your neighbor and introduce yourself, but we aren't going to do that today. I want you to just really take a minute, think about what you're most grateful for. And later in the conference, I'm going to ask you to unmute yourself and tell me what you're most grateful for. But we work in a world where we get to create environments for the people that ask us for our talents to improve their world and to make their home healthier and more comfortable and more environmentally sustainable. We have such an amazing opportunity. So yes, this year the conference theme is building a sustainable future together. But the reason why I didn't start with that is we've been building a sustainable future together since the beginning, since PowerHouse SMART started. But now this year, we actually have support from our government, which is going to be fabulous. This year, more than ever, the technologies are even more enhanced. We've got incredible speakers talking about well-being and healthy living and healthy homes and green tips for your home and healthy cooking. And so we've invited consumers to join us, not just industry professionals, and they're going to be among us. So get comfortable, have an attitude of gratitude, go to the conference website on Whova, browse around, see some of the incredible articles, visit the exhibit booths, there's contests and prizes, check out all the sessions, make sure you're there to not only learn, but to network. Speed networking the end of today, Power Connection groups on Wednesday, tomorrow. And then at the end, we're gonna have a toast to everyone, and we're gonna have everyone unmute and share what they've learned in the biggest aha. I love that, Luann Nagara. She's one of our speakers, again, coming back for the second time. Last year, she was outrageous. She has 2 panels. I'm telling you, this conference is gonna blow you away. So without further ado, thank you all for your time. This is my opening. I will see you at the next session, which is just about to begin. And you're going to see more of all of our sponsor showrooms, and we're going to shout out to them. And we just want you to know that we're here for you. You are going to feel lifted above. So just get ready. Thank you.